welcome back. This is the Getting Started series part 2, firmware package and tools installation. By the end of the video, you'll have the PAC motor control firmware package installed, and you'll have the key tools installed so we can build, flash, and connect the GUI in the next videos. Before we download anything, here's a big picture of the PAC development workflow. This diagram is the roadmap we'll follow throughout the series. On the left side is the debug tools flow, installing the J-Link software, installing the device pack for J-Link, then you can erase and download firmware. And later, we'll use JScope for tuning and waveform capture. On the right side is the firmware development flow, installing your IDE, installing the device pack for the IDE, customize the FOC firmware, optionally customize the bootloader, then build, download, and debug. So in this video, we're covering the first steps on both sides, getting the FOC firmware package installed and getting the J-Link tools installed. Then in the next video, we'll do the build and flash process inside the IDE. Okay, so here we are in the Corvo website. I'm going to be opening the PAC 55724 product page. And just remember, this workflow is essentially the same for other PAC devices. So here we're in the product page. Here you can find under the Documents tab all the core device references. Here is the product datasheet, the device user guide, and the PAC 55XX family user guide. These are the main references you'll use when you're validating specs, understanding peripherals, or just designing around the device. Next, let's click on the Evaluation Tools tab. This section goes over the EVK. Here you'll find the EVK user's guide, the EVK's schematics, layouts, BOMs, Gerber files, as well as the Altium project file. This is useful whether you're probing signals or checking components, checking component values, or planning a custom design based on reference. Now I'm going to scroll down to the PAC 55XX software section. This is where you'll see different software packages depending on what you're building. So first is the PAC 6-step application firmware. This is an application firmware designed to showcase the trapezoidal or 6-step motor control on PAC devices. Second is the PAC FOC application firmware package. For this learning series, we'll primarily be focused on this. It contains the FOC source code, the board and configuration files, IDE and project files for Kyle, IAR, and Eclipse, as well as the PAC FOC GUI, which we'll use later for bring up and tuning. So let's go ahead and click on the FOC application firmware link. You'll be taken to a software download form. Go ahead and fill out this form. Make sure to use your corporate email address. Check these boxes. Go over the license agreement. Make sure to scroll all the way down. Once you scroll all the way down, you should be able to click accept. You should now receive a one-time download link. Once the download completes, you should see this folder here. Go ahead and extract and run this installer. Here I am running the installer. Go ahead and click finish. You should now see this folder. In this PAC FOC folder, you'll find the source code as well as the board configuration files. Each of these files, depending on the family device, for example, PAC 55 family device, you can see that we have project files for Kyle, IAR, and Eclipse. And if you go back to the resources folder, this is where you'll find the PAC FOC GUI, which we'll use later for tuning and bringing up a motor. Here, I would like to also mention you can find several guides. I highly recommend reading over the Getting Started first. Second is the firmware overview. And lastly, the FOC tuning. Additionally, there's features, guides, and how they work, as well as motor position methods such as the estimator, Hall, MES, and QEP. Next, we'll install the Sager J-Link tools, which is required for programming and debugging over S2AD. This is the Sager website. Go ahead and go to the download section. Go to J-Link JTrace. Scroll down to the J-Link software and documentations pack. select your version. You can use the latest, install using based on your operating system. After installation, Sager does recommend running the JLink DLL updater.exe. This is to make sure you're using the newest DLL version, which helps avoid connection issues when flashing the PAC device, which can be found under the Sager folder. Usually it's in your C drive. Go to your JLink version, and then go to the JLink DLL updater as shown. Go ahead and run. This will open a new window. It will show you all the IDEs installed on your PC. Go ahead and check on the checkboxes and click OK. So now we've downloaded the FOC firmware package as well as the JLink tools. Now we're ready to move on.